Okay, race fans, let's talk about Saturday, May 23rd here at Delaware Park. We had rainy conditions all afternoon. The main track was sloppy all afternoon. There was no turf racing scheduled. The turf starts, well, it's supposed to start next Wednesday, weather permitting. We have races on the overnight on the turf next Wednesday, Thursday. Then we take entries for Friday and Saturday next week. So hopefully we'll get on the turf next week, weather permitting. But still a nice Saturday afternoon. We had a big crowd out here. The handle was a little shy of $1.6 million. Not bad for a rainy Saturday afternoon with no turf. Hats off to all of our horsemen, our pony people, our outriders, our jockey valets for working on the outdoor conditions all day in the rainy conditions. Nice job. And of course, thanks to all the horses for putting on a great show. Let's get right to the race in action here in race one. Race one would kick off the popular early pick five. They bet almost $41,000 into the early pick five on Saturday. Race one was one of 5 starter allowance races we had on top Saturday afternoon for you, and a nice allowance feature in race 7. Race 1, we're going a mile 70 yards on a sloppy track, $25,000 starter allowance, optional claiming $25,000 for filly and mares 3 and up. Let's check out the action from the Saturday opener.
Away and running. Good speed for Emer. There's 5 o'clock somewhere to take the lead, and Violet's Charm is right there too. Pippa's Nonsense was slow to go, but now grabs second, and Capricciosa in front is last of all. So that's the 5 of them as they splash in the goo, and 5 o'clock somewhere takes a nice and easy lead past the 7/8 pole and is well off that sloppy track rail. Pippa's Nonsense grabs second in front of Emer, who's a tracking third. Very deep on the track is Violet's Charm, and last of all is Capricciosa in front, and that's the 5 of them with 3/4 of a mile to go. So 5 o'clock somewhere has no excuse. It does it well on the front end, and Pippa's Nonsense is right there tracking, and these two ladies are 1-2 past the 5 furlong point. Violet's Charm out of trouble and now is in 4th as Emer continues to protect that rail position, and Capricciosa in front still last of all. But only 3.5 lengths would cover the lot as their half-mile home, and it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Still the dictating speed, leads by 3/4 of a length. Pippa's Nonsense, despite the slow start, is right there in a menacing mood. Violet's Charm, off an 11-length win last time out, looms behind the both of them with 3 furlongs to go. 5 o'clock somewhere continues to lead. Now Pippa's Nonsense takes over second, and Violet's Charm continues to come over with a big run on the far outside, and Capricciosa in front is closed from last as they turn to the top of the stretch. 3 of these ladies stack across the track. 5 o'clock somewhere. Outside momentum for Violet's Charm, and Violet's Charm has kicked away, and she is gone. 5 o'clock somewhere has no more to give. Pippa's Nonsense battle Capricciosa in front, but Violet's Charm is nicely clear. Violet's Charm with back-to-back wins. 5 o'clock somewhere was second. Capricciosa in front was third, and Pippa's Nonsense was fourth.
Violet's Charm was my price play of the day. She was 6-1 morning line. We had a couple late scratches of the favorites in race 1, so she went off 5-2. Still a decent $7.20 win price there for my price play of the day. Violet's Charm, bred in Maryland by Roland Farm, 3-year-old gray filly by Divining Rod. Now a 2-time winner from 7 starts. Nice ride there, jockey Jose Batista. Good to see Batista back in the saddle. He picks up the winning ride there on Violet's Charm, who had first-time Lasix today, and she had a nice maiden score last February. She comes right back and gets her 2nd win in a row. So $7.20 the win price there on Violet's Charm. William Downing was the winning trainer for owner Elizabeth R. Jackson. Let's turn the page here. Race 2 would kick off the early pick 4. Race 2, we're going 6 furlongs, $25,000 starter allowance for filly and mares 3 and up. Let's check out the action from race 2.
Away and running. Good start. Good speed on the outside from Java Tails. The rail belongs to Miss Sida B, and punching on through for Maggio. Humorous comes away a handy 4th, and Panchita has some pace to chase. No Need to Ask is towards the outside in 6th, and High Hill Native would have to pass them all. So for Maggio is under the gun, and Java Tails is right there applying that heavy pace pressure. And Miss Ida B takes that spot against the rail, and she travels in 3rd. And now on the outside trying to close closed in is Humoresque on the far outside. Around the bend with 3 furlongs to go. Formaggio continues to lead. Java Tales continues to press to take the lead. Humoresque to the outside third. Miss Ida B stays at that rail to no avail yet. Over No Need to Ask, Panchita, nothing from High Heel Native as they come to the top of the stretch. Java Tales is the first one to kick past the 3/16 pole. Humoresque continues to charge down the center of the track, and Formaggio is up the inside but without a winning effort, and inside the final 200 yards, Java Tales has kicked away. Humoresque has had a bad case of second-itis running on his High Heel Native. It's Java Tales to score. Java Tales has got it. Humoresque was second. Flying home late was High Heel Native to be in a show photo with the 3 Formaggio.
Java Tales, a 3-year-old chestnut filly by Taylor Verr, picks up her second win in a row this spring. Now she's a 3-time winner from 8 starts. Nice ride there, Yabio Ramos for Stabark Stable and trainer Bruce Kravitz. Java Tales went all 4-1 and paid $10.40 to win race 2. Race 3 would kick off the middle pick 5. We're going a flat mile, 25,000 starter allowance for 3-year-olds and upward. Let's check out the action here from race 3.
Away and running. Slow to go is Take the Pledge. JD Factor living up to that early form. Renewing Vows is right there too. And Freedom Road stacks them up past the 7.5. And War Master has the run of the race. And Take the Pledge is last of all. So JD Factor out where he likes to be, trying to nurse the speed at the 6.5 and shows the way by 1. Freedom Road is on hold in that second place position. And Renewing Vows stays pinned towards the inside as they leave the first turn behind. The purple cap of War Master is 3 lengths off the lead. And quite a big break back to Take the Pledge. So that's the quintet with 5 furlongs to go. And JD Factor, with overwhelming public support, has slipped away to lead by 1.5 lengths. But Freedom Road ups the ante at the 3.5 furlong stage and is getting closer, and still right behind the both of them is Renewing Vows. They now pass the 3.5 furlong point, and JD Factor calls the shots. Freedom Road continues to chase in second. Renewing Vows right behind the dueling top pair. War Master's getting closer without being asked. Take the Pledge not responding. Midpoint around the second turn, and JD Factor has a fight on its hands, and Freedom Road is right there taking the gauntlet to him. And now Take the Pledge is winding up on the far outside. Heads turn for home, and Freedom Road takes the lead away from the favorite JD Factor. And Take the Pledge continues these long strides on the far outside. Might grab second, but Freedom Road is kicked away by 3. JD Factor running a big race in second, and Take the Pledge blew it at the start. Freedom Road is nicely clear. Freedom Road, the second choice, has won it. 3/4 of a length over JD Factor, Take the Pledge, and War Master.
Well, Freedom Road knocked me out of the early pick 5. His last race at Laurel wasn't very good, but he got back to his best stride today. He went off 9-5, and Freedom Road, now a 14-time winner. He's now made close to $450,000 in career earnings. Nice ride there, Andrew Wolfson for trainer Ricky Silliman. The win price $5.80 there on Freedom Road. Race 3 was a special race this afternoon. Race 3 was the Randy and Linda Duke Trophy race. There they are in the winner's circle on a rainy afternoon. Great to see a nice big group out there in the winner's circle. So nice job there, Randy and Linda Duke. The trophy race there for race 3. All right, let's take a look here at race 4. Race 4 would kick off the late pick 5 on Saturday. We're going a mile 70 yards on the sloppy going. 5,000 starter allowance, optional, claiming 8,000 for 3-year-olds and upward. Let's see what happens here in race 4.
Away and running. Good speed 1 from the inside from Montauk Point. The best distance takes over the leading role, and Broderick is right there too. Maximus Magic also adds fuel to the fire, and Painter's Prodigy is 5 wide as they go around this first of 2 left turns. So those are the 5 that scamper away. Last Romance is in front of a couple, which is Bourbon State, and the trailer is Rob the Rich. So leading the posse in pursuit is the best distance, points towards the 6 furlong point, and has a 1-length lead. Broderick is on hold in that second place position, and Painter's Prodigy's the deepest winner, going wide down the backstretch run. Also right there amongst that congregation is Maximus Magic, and those are the first four as they settle down. And Last Romance is right there in the thick of it too, trying to get closer. So they go down to the 4.5, and it's the best distance leading, but it's a neck at best. Broderick is right there turning up the heat in second. And then you have a wide trip for Painter's Prodigy, who has no excuses, from third. Montauk Point shares fourth with Last Romance. Up the inside, Maximus Magic just got passed by the last two dawdlers, which include Rob the Rich, and the one who's claimed seventh is Bourbon State. Inside the 3 furlong pole, and the best distance continues to strut its stuff and leads by 2. Trying to close in the Last Romance into that second place position as heads turn for home. The best distance continues to go well and leads by 3. Painter's Prodigy in the center of the track. Out in no man's land is Last Romance, and Rob the Rich now captures fourth inside the furlong pole. The best distance, the favorite still giving plenty. Painter's Prodigy and Last Romance is still chasing. It's all the best distance. The best distance has won it. Painter's Prodigy was second, Last Romance was third, and Rob the Rich was fourth.
Well, I gave out the cold superfecta here in race 4, 4-8-3-6. The 4, the best distance. What a cool, classy 8-year-old son of distorted humor he is. He wins for Amati Racing Stables and trainer Jose Gallegos. Wesley Ho picked up the winning ride. The best distance, now a 15-time lifetime winner. He's now made close to $300,000 in career earnings. He won 5 races last year. This is his 4th win this year as an 8-year-old. Nice claim here by Gallegos. He claimed this horse for $16,000 on February 1st. He's had a 2nd and 2 wins since then, so looks like a nice claim here. The best distance went off at 2-1 and paid $6 to win race 4. Let's take a look here at race 5 to kick off the late pick 4. We're going a flat mile in race 5, claiming $7,500 for 3-year-olds and upward, never won 2 lifetime. Let's check out the action here from race 5.
Away and running. Good speed up the inside for First Officer. Damage is also right there. So is Palace Revolt, Knockout Guy, Jake's Affection, and Magic Mikey also chimes in. And the one who's last of all is Guard of Honor. So First Officer couldn't be going any faster in the rain and the slop and leads by a length and a half. Damage takes up the chase in that second place position, and there's a break of 2 back to Magic Mikey, who travels in that 5th place position, headed by Jake's Affection and Palace Revolt, and those are the first 5 past the 5.5. Knockout Guy is second last, and Guard of Honor has to hail a taxi from here. So First Officer continues to lead and is full throttle down the back of the track run and leads by a length and a tail. Damage takes up the chase in that second place position, and now a clear-cut third is Jake's Affection with 4 furlongs left to go. Palace Revolt is not responding under a heavy drive. Magic Mikey's deep on the track, nothing from Knockout Guy or Guard of Honor yet. Around the bend with 3 furlongs to go. First Officer trying to stick and stay, but Damage is right there breathing down this rival's neck in second. Jake's Affection is trying to get on track. Magic Mikey's closing in, and Guard of Honor starts to fly home, but is still 8 lengths off the lead. They race off the turn and kick for home, and Damage has drawn first blood over First Officer, and here comes Guard of Honor flying home down the center of the track. Damage is holding on by 4. Guard of Honor is making up a stack of ground, and here comes Guard of Honor after Damage. Damage is stopping but still holding. Guard of Honor's lifting late and missed. Damage got it by 3/4 of a length. Guard of Honor made up at least 30 lengths in the end to finish second. Show photo between First Officer and...
Well, the Kelly Dieter barn's been on a roll. They had 2 nice wins last week on opening week. They get their 3rd win of the meet here with Damage, who was 3-1 morning line, goes off at a generous 5-1, and the 4-year-old son of Tom's the Tat gets the money. He's now a 2-time winner from 9 stars. Nice ride there by jockey Carol Cedeno, your leading rider of the meet so far. Damage went off at 5-1 and paid $12 if you hit the early pick 5 on Saturday. The ticket I gave out was 4 out of 5, but if you hit it, congratulations. It paid pretty well. Early pick 5 Saturday paid $892.70. Race 5 was another special race as we had a nice group in the winner's circle. It was the Gallo Trophy race presented by Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Gallo. There they are in the winner's circle with a nice looking group. Great to see you out here at Delaware Park today. Let's take a look here at race 6 to kick off the final pick 3 of the day. We're going a mile, 70 yards, another 5,000 starter allowance. I told you we had a bunch of nice starter allowance races today. Race 6 for 3-year-olds and upward. Let's see what happens here in the 6th.
Away and running. Good speed, one from the inside from Steiner. Striking Sparks comes away with plenty of dash, and Hawkstone is in the firing line too. And Kaiziz is going to be caught 3 wide, but is in 4th position for the moment. And Ascendance rides the inside to take that 4th place position away. Good as he gets his second last in the early trailer, Secret Treasure. So 6.5 furlongs to go and no pace on whatsoever. Steiner controls the clock and has all the aces in his pocket too, and shows the way by 1.5 lengths. Striking Sparks is the co-pilot in second, and a big cluster of 3 chases with the inside belonging to Ascendance. They point towards the 5 furlong pole, and Steiner continues to show the way, and that leads a length in a long tail as Striking Sparks takes up the chase in second. Ascendance is tacking on to a paceless affair in third, and Hawkstone is 4 lengths off the lead in fourth with 4 furlongs to go. And Kaiziz is going to be caught wide both turns. Good as he gets is even wider than that, and Secret Treasure still last of all, so 3 of them fight for supremacy, and Striking Sparks is the first one to play its hand. Striking Sparks tries to take the lead from Steiner. Ascendance is right there battling on, and a distant 4th is Hawkstone. Here's the quarter pole for Striking Sparks, who takes the lead with confident ease. Steiner's going to have to re-rally in second up the inside. Ascendance deep on the track. Good as he gets was a turn for home. If you buy Striking Sparks, go to the windows, hug your neighbor. You'll be the first one in line at 4 to 5, living up to the hype. Striking Sparks over Ascendant, Steiner, and a late charge from Secret Treasure, but Striking Sparks was way too good. Ascendance was second, Steiner was third, and Good as he gets was fourth.
Jockey Jose Batista would pick up his second win of the afternoon as Striking Sparks wins at 4 to 5. The 5-year-old son of Accelerate, now a 6-time winner. He's now made about $150,000 in career earnings. He loves the sloppy going. That's his 3rd win on an off track. 4 to 5, the final price. Striking Sparks paid $3.80. The Jose Rodriguez barn off to a good start. Rodriguez picks up his 3rd win of the meet so far. Let's take a look here at race 6, our allowance feature of the day to kick off the late daily double for straight 3-year-olds. First level allowance optional claiming $75,000, going a mile. Let's see what happens here in the Saturday feature.
Away and running. Slow to go was Our Notion. Good speed for Reckless, Sioux Empire, and Empire of Glory. Those are the first 3 on settling down. Higher Sense has a little bit of a pace to chase, and Our Notion has to close from last. So they splash past the 7/8 pole. Empire of Glory holds the baton and shows the way 3/4 of a length. Reckless is right there on the prowl in second, and Higher Sense is pulling hard under the rider's hands, but the rider takes a firm hold but goes 4 wide for the back of the track run. Sioux Empire stays parked towards the inside, and at 4 to 5 at last glance, Our Notion continues to bring up the rear. They race down to the 5 furlong point, and Empire of Glory does it well on the front end. Looks sharp too and shows the way 3/4 of a length. Reckless is right there trying to turn up the heat in that second place position, and Higher Sense is going to be caught wide on both turns with 4 furlongs to go. Sioux Empire's trying to pick off that rival, and the jockey gets after Our Notion, who's still last, as they go to the 3 furlong stick. Empire of Glory tries to let it out a notch, but here comes Sioux Empire. The second longest shot on the board confronts Empire of Glory. Reckless is in for the fight. Higher Sense is floundering floundering in fourth, and Our Notion starts to go, but is still 6 lengths off the speed. Homeward bound now, and Empire of Glory has played coy with the opposition, has kicked away by 4. Here comes Our Notion, taking giant strides down the center of the track. Empire of Glory holding on to a 3-length lead, and it's a winning break too. Our Notion trying to bridge that gap, getting closer, but running out of ground and running out of time. Empire of Glory was the longest shot on the board to beat Our Notion. Show photo between Reckless and Higher Sense.
Marcano Racing's Empire of Glory. What a versatile 3-year-old son of Classic Empire he is. He was 4-1 morning line, goes off at a generous 7-1. He broke his maiden on the turf last year here at Delaware as a 2-year-old in a maiden special weight. Then he was 3rd on the main track in the Rocky Run last year. Now coming into today's race, his previous 5 starts have been on the turf. He had a nice win 2 starts ago down there at Tampa on the turf, and now he gets back to the main track today. He'd never won on the main track, but he marched right to the front today in the sloppy going, and he goes coast to coast with jockey Jorge Riaz aboard for trainer Arnaud Delacourse, a nice 3-year-old here. He's good on the turf and dirt. He paid $17.60 to win the feature. The middle pick 5 that started race 3 and paid out race 7. The middle pick 5 paid $843.35. Congratulations to all the winning connections there of Empire of Glory. A nice, impressive winner of today's allowance feature. Let's take a look here at race 8, our final race of the day. Maiden claiming $25,000 for 3-year-olds and upward, going 5.5 furlongs. Let's see what happens here in the finale.
Away and running. Brilliant speed from Ricky's King. Dowling Creek comes away in second, and Magic Bay's a handy third. Hard Freeze, reluctant to load, came away in fourth, and Farouk is last of all. So it's Ricky's Kin on top of the field, but the lead is a long neck at best. Galleon Creek right there, raising the heat in second. Magic Bay just got a pop of the crop to stay closer to the speed in third as they're in program order. Farouk splashes up that rail, and Hard Freeze last of all. 3 furlongs to go, and Ricky's Kin has built up a 1.5 length lead. For them chasing second, and right there is Magic Bay, and the rail belongs to Farouk. Hard Freeze is being produced, and Galleon Creek calls it a day. They go inside the 3/16 pole, and Ricky's Kin in hand and in command, and comes rolling off the turn in front by a commanding 3. Farouk emerges as the only threat in second, and Hard Freeze just did not have it on a rainy day. Ricky's Kin popped out of the gate and couldn't be caught. The 4-5 favorite, Ricky's Kin, has won it. Farouk was second best, Hard Freeze was third, and Magic Bay was fourth.
Well, the best Ricky's Kin could do in 10 previous tries was finished third 3 times, but his 11th try was a good one. He goes right to the winner's circle for owner-trainer Michelle Castillo. Jockey Wesley Ho picks up his second win of the day. The late money rolled in here on Ricky's Kin, who went off 4-5, paid $3.80 to win race 8. If you hit the late pick 5, my ticket was 4 out of 5, but if you hit it, congratulations, late pick 5 on Saturday, paid $555.50. Let's get a quick break here. When we come back, I'm going to tell you about some stuff we have coming up for you next week right here at Delaware Park. All right, these first 2 weeks of the summer meet here at Delaware Park, we've been on the dirt, all dirt, but next week, next Wednesday, we have races carded on the overnight for the turf on Wednesday and Thursday. I believe they take entries for next Friday on Tuesday, then they take entries for next Saturday on Wednesday. So weather permitting, I know we have a lot of rain in the forecast, Saturday night, Sunday, Monday. Hopefully it can dry out by Wednesday. We'll have a nice, perfect, beautiful turf course. If not by Wednesday, hopefully by Thursday or even Friday at the latest, hopefully we'll be on the turf. Also, if we are on the turf, next Thursday we're going to debut a new wager. We're going to have a $3 all-turf pick 3 that starts next Thursday for you here at Delaware Park. So start studying up for that. Looking forward to that $3 turf pick 3 and looking forward to some grass racing next week. Hopefully we'll have some sunny skies to dry out this turf course. We needed the rain, so now we just need a little sun, and that turf course is going to be absolutely amazing once we get on it. Handle not bad for a rainy Saturday afternoon with a few small fields. Our handle today was a little shy of $1.6 million. Thanks to all our fans and bettors for supporting us today. Thanks for all the horsemen, the gate crew, the valets, the outriders, the pony people for enduring the tough rainy conditions this afternoon. Thanks again to all the horses for putting on a great show. Thanks for coming out. Have a great night. We hope to see you for some turf racing next Wednesday.
There's only one